Alrighty, I have got a little bit of a video on me traveling Korea going to the live event. I will say it hands down, this has been the best live event I've been to. June and Walker Kim, they've put on an amazing live event. It was so fun. The community was so engaged. The people were so happy. The events, the games, the skill testers, all of the people there, it just made it such a great day overall. I'm so proud, so lucky that I've had a chance to get here for it. You can see the flyer that went out for it and the POAP badge, which we'll talk about a little bit later. So I was very lucky at the start. June on the left, Walker Kim on the right. They picked me up from the airport in Incheon, and we went and did a 20 energy session straight off the bat, and then we went and had some lunch. But this is, you see, one of the local salt farms. So they bring in the seawater drains off or evaporates, and then they harvest the salt. It was interesting seeing this because I've worked in salt mines in Australia. So you can see me sitting down, bending down and getting ready for a feed. Didn't get photos of it. I think I might have got one for the missus, but again, some of the photos aren't all here. I'm trying to get this done now, otherwise I won't get it done for weeks until I get home and travel. There's so much on, so I definitely want to get this on as quickly as possible. The little robot brings all the meals to you, runs up and down the aisles. I've never seen it before. That was cool. So this is down the River Han, where I ran 64 Ks last week total, including the 7 Ks at the live event. So 57 down the river on top of all of my walking, stuff like that. I'm trying to slowly gain up to get ready for marathons. So I need sort of that 80 to 100 range. This was such a cool place to run down. Warm. So I did a lot of my runs at 6 a.m. in the morning to combat some of the heat. But this is weather that I'm used to back home in Cairns. So it was definitely felt like home. The Hacker House. Now, the Solana wormhole Hacker House in Korea. You can see a few photos. There's me with my remnants in the background as well. But you can just see the spread across. It wasn't super full every day, but there was lots of people there. And the first day was busiest. The Monday, I believe it was the busiest day. And to see so many presentations from games, from music companies, from people that want to be decentralized, either media or metaverses or music record labels, in effect decentralized record labels. That was very, very awesome. And everyone referenced STEPN. So this was something that I hadn't expected to see, because the last Hacker House I went to in Athens was more DAO concentrated. It was concentrated on great building DAO resources like your squads, your realms, all those kinds of things. Whereas this one here was about DeFi and NFT projects, and seeing so many of the play to earn games coming through referencing STEPN was really amazing. It makes you see the builders in the space know that STEPN has pioneered the space, and doing it through play to earn via the moving being the core part of the lifestyle app. So lucky to be able to get to this event. And I didn't get to go there Saturday because we had our live event in Incheon, but every other day I was there, so it was really cool. Had a lot of Korean barbecue while I was there. Now when you get the barbecue, you can't order it for one person, you've got to order for a minimum of 2. And I quite easily knocked that food off. A lot of extra energy and exercise means you need calories. So the best thing about me being keto, high fat, low carb, loved it. Korean barbecue and me agree. I had it several times and had a little bit more today. All right, I'm going to pause this one here. So the videos aren't exactly in full chronological. Why is that sound not coming through? Let me change it here. This first gentleman, Sun Young Pok, I believe his name was. You can actually see my Korean name here. Was that from left to right? I need to unfold this, but I don't want to damage it before I get home. This is a 50-year-old Ironman. He's doing Ironmans. I think he started running them in his late 40s. And he was very, very impressive. He ran alongside me in the run at the end of the day, and he had some speed on him for an old boy. And I'm an old boy. That's what impressed me, is he did really, really well. And he runs something like 40 to 60 energy a day. So I think he might have had a trainer at the end, and he was just doing 5, and it felt like he was doing that 25 minutes of the 7 Ks. He really was going quick, and then he backed off. But yeah, it really pushed me on speed-wise, and it was really lucky to say hello. Why is that not working?
50 years old, running Ironmans, going to Kona. What was your name again, sorry?
What is your name? 이름이 뭐야?
Sun Yun Pop. 50 years old, started 3 years ago. Well done, dude. Pleasure to meet you.
So going to Kona, which is really cool. This was very awesome. Let's go back a touch. So this was the tattoo station that they set up. So these, like I said, the videos aren't in exact chronological order, but the team has got a whole heap of video footage they'll show out later, and they'll put a video for it. It was an amazing day. So they had great t-shirts. You can see the front of them there. They're all individually numbered for season 1, season 2. So these were the season 2 being the second live event, the second live offline event. And then they also had the hats. They were awesome. Then they had tattoos. So they had flags, they had STEPN things, people putting them on their face, on their arms, down, 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 anywhere they liked. It was a cool little part of it. And you see Judy helping with it there. I helped on the station as well for a bit of it. When I'm taking videos, I'd go in there and help people put their tattoos on.
Green event still setting up. People afternoon, I should say.
I had a photo of this. I don't know where the video's gone, but the guys had to jump on the back of each other to actually tie this up. It was funny watching them. They really went hard setting it all up. So that's Walker Kim at the back there, and her sister, I believe, she acted as translator, and did a really great job. Certainly helped so much for the day. You'll hear her talking later in the day. So you just see a lot of random photos here. This is where they're really starting to set up. Oh, you see me just at the start here. Setting up their POAP, that reminds me to talk about the POAP. So they've got it set up through the app, and you scan the barcode, which they had printed and laminated. You scan the barcode, you put in your Ethereum address, and you get it in order of when you sign up to it. So I got the 10th one on the day, and it was really, really cool way to make happen. All free. So this is where they did some really great introductions. They brought people on that had travelled far. I got up there and said hello. They gamified the whole day. They made it such like a TV show of excitement. You hear the people clapping and that. The mini games, the skill challenges, they were really, really fun. Drone flying up ahead. The Pakistani boys had that. 제가 최대한 큰 목소리를 할게요. 그래도 나이가 달라. 화장실에 채가 없다. 근데 I don't know why this was in fast mode, but that'll actually be good for video footage later for me to strap on and do a proper edit. So they had some skill testers, and they utilised me on the side there as well. And one of, we did a bit of a flex. We had to arm wrestle each other. Starters, I'm going, you're getting the old barn dog on his knees. Now what I didn't work out was where to put your hand. You see I've got mine behind my back, and this is their fastest runner. He did well. He beat me on the day as well. So see, he's flexed up there, and I've twisted my arm, wrist, which is a no-no, and it was good they picked that. So you see they straightened me up, which is awesome. But I wasn't sure you could put your hand down on the thing. So I started, you can see I've balanced and I've had to put my hand up. But he smashed me. So that was good fun. And what they did was they used that as a way, do you think who's going to win? So people did a 50-50 guess. And it just made it a bit of a challenge, a bit of a laugh, and everyone sort of got behind it. The crowd was electric. This was
I can film you. I can film you.
This is Jaeger. Jagi, J-E-G-I, is one of their national games. And you drop that puck, and it's got attached to streamers, and you've got to kick that into the air, and they do a bit of a challenge about how often you can do it. I've never done this before. I've never played hacky sack. It's not a thing we do in Australia growing up as kids. We played footy or cricket. So they're like, oh, barn dog, we wonder whether you can do this 5 times. And I'm like, yeah, well, I had to practice 10 minutes before this, and I couldn't get it more than 1 time. So it was funny, and then they made the crowd pick and choose
너무 여기 높지 않아?
what they thought happened.
여기서 하시면 되겠다. 와우, 맞다!
I've never played this game before and I didn't know I had to practice, so I'm going to go with that. If I had have known, I would have given it an attempt. I might be able to get 2 if I'm lucky.
유어 팬. 너의 팬들에게 한마디. 유어 팬. 할 수 있다.
Can you give one comment to your fans to support you guys?
I love you guys for believing in me.
날 믿어줘.
자,
One attempt or 2 attempts?
Huh?
How many times do I get to have a go?
5 times.
5 times to at least get it 5 in the air? Or I've got to get it 5 in the air?
기회는 단 한 번.
The opportunity is one. You have to
yeah,
kick
okay.
5 times.
No chance.
자, 손으로 잡고 살아남는 레디. 고!
One.
I got 2.
I got you. Yeah, not bad, not bad, not bad. Good job.
자, 반동한테 박수 한번 주세요.
So I got it twice. Like really, really happy with that. It's so fun, but you can hear the crowd having a bit of a laugh. Now, what they did next was they got 2 drawn from the crowd, and then they challenged each other off to see how they went. So you can see they paper scissors rock.
가위바위보를 먼저 하라고. 잡기 있기 없기. 없기.
아, 너무하네, 진짜.
잡기 있기. 없기. 없기야.
I got 2. He got 2.
반동이야, 반동. 설마 한 개?
It's harder than it
설마 한
looks.
개?
Like holy shit.
탈락. 이쪽이 탈락이었으니까. 아, 탈락이 아니지.
아직이지.
시작.
할 수 있어, 할 수 있어, 할 수 있어.
They have so much fun. That was such a fun little part of the event. Oh my god.
participate on the
He will.
Level 4
Yeah.
going to level 5.
10% 하면은
This was the funny part of the day. And
나오세요.
unfortunately, I didn't have a.
어? 누구 했어요? 그래서
If you record on a GoPro, which was what I was on, it's a hot day, and at maximum resolution they overheat. So mine overheated just before he actually did this. They had, there was a gentleman with 3 level 3 gems ready to upgrade, and this is their community's unluckiest player. So they had people guess, do you think he's going to succeed at 65%, or do you think he's going to fail at 35%? So people divvied off and made those as, and I just, it was good. I'm not going to spoil it because I hope they used the video within their end capture. This was such a great part of the day, and it was.
설마.
See another video there. So this was on the run, and you can see the people tracking through. I don't know where my other footage is at the moment. I've got to go and find it. But they really kept going, and I did one where I ran back through the community of runners and then ran back to the start in the front and tried to catch up. So it was just enjoyable. People, being a hot day, they had a really good go. You hear that chime all the way up the run. A couple of photos, blurry as shit when they're on my phone as I'm running. So I've got to work that out. So this is in Incheon. You can see how much that they are not messing around. They're just building this shit out because that's all got a tower crane on it. So they're putting this all out at once. Massive. This was all on the run. This was after the run. Everyone's milling around. We had some group photos. You can see the finish lines finishing at the end there. They were pumped. They had a great part. So for dinner that night, I think 60 of the 100 people made it to dinner that night. So 60 odd %. We had some games. I had some mystery boxes to open, some gems to upgrade. I gave away a level 28 sneaker, I think it was. 23 it might have been. So 23 trainer, and I gave away a level 5 jogger as well. And we just picked out numbers on shirts, just randomly picked it out on the night. And it was cool because I can action those prizes on the night. And you can see the photos of the people having dinner here. It was just amazing. This is one I wanted to finish on towards the end as well. BTC 28 couldn't make it because his daughter got COVID, so he was isolated with her. And he made some special figurines. You see Yawn carrying the banana. Jerry minting coffee for Yawn, and then he made one of myself with the phone, and he's actually gone to the effort to make a phone with STEPN on it. You can see it's got the STEPN on it. I'm so impressed. So I made sure he got a Barn Dog t-shirt and some stickers. This is what being an ambassador is traveling the world as a world ambassador. It's actually getting to see such amazing people out there. It's overwhelming at times seeing the reactions from the prize winner when I pulled out number 88 for the winning shirt number, because that's awesome, like how it's got your numbers on the shirts. And I'll never forget that. He was just over the moon. It was to do that, and then all of the extra prizes, vouchers, then giving away the sneakers at the end of the night and stuff, and then having dinner and a couple of drinks with people. It was just an overwhelming day, and I'm very, very lucky to be able to be a part of that and travel. So in 2 days, we've got the event in Japan. I'm only there for 2 nights. So I'm going to do some extra running as well with people watching this before. But the Japanese event, I'm expecting a same kind of gamified culture. And I'm really, really keen to see how it plays out. So unfortunately with COVID, we saw with the BTC not being able to make it, Shun, one of the ambassadors, can't make it due to COVID because his children got COVID, tested positive. And it's important people are careful with these live events and making sure that they really want to go. You can definitely understand it's heartbreaking to have that opportunity when these events are only so often, but then making sure that you don't go and give it to the rest of the community. Most importantly, Shun's children are well, and same with BTC's children. Like COVID is very hard to deal with, and it's definitely you feel sad not being able to meet everybody when you go through. So obviously I wish Shun the best and his children, and they aren't suffering. So a lower form of effects. But we've got that, and then we've got 2 days later, we've got the marathon event in Australia at Sunshine Coast. So for me to be able to make these events and turn up and be able to have a communicate, see people, do some giveaways, have a bit of fun, run along the water. There's nothing better to me. So definitely had a great a day. I really wish Walker, Kim, and June all the best going forward with the community. Hopefully next time we can do maybe we set up a half marathon or something and we run that as well, and people can compete in that for 5, 10, 21 kilometers. But definitely Incheon was awesome to see it, and to see Seoul in the main city, and see the Hacker House was very, very lucky part. So definitely looking forward to seeing the video, because the first event, the video they put up was amazing, and they'll trim all that down. But I wanted to get something out now. Such an amazing time. Big thumbs up. Hope you guys like, and thank you, Mother, for the rabbits.